Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bayela Party Heaven. Welcome back to another tutorial, and today we are making a balloon tree. This was highly requested because I've had an old one that I did years ago which wasn't really clear when I didn't really know what I was doing. Anyway, I decided to film this for one of you guys that especially requested this. If you're new to my channel, guys, please remember to subscribe, share this video, drop a comment and tell me what you think about this video. So at the moment I'm just showing you my supplies. I'm going to be using 350 Qs, 260 Qs and 11 inches balloons. So the 260 Qs, I had a total of 10. The 350 Qs, I had a total of, I think, like 14. I'm going to put the amount I used in the description. You can check it. So all you need to do is to inflate your balloons. For the 260 Q and 350 Qs, inflate it and leave a little at the end. This would enable you tie the balloons together once you start putting them around your balloon stand. So you need an IKEA stand or a column stand, whatever stand you use for your arrangement. So make sure you have that ready. For my 350 Q, I decided to use my inflator to inflate that. Hand pump will take longer. Your 260 Q, you could use a hand pump. For my 11 inches balloons, I decided to use an array of different greens. I used winter green, I used forest green, and I used a bit of lime green. This is just to give it a bit of texture and just give it a bit of variety in the tree top. And so also when I inflated the 11 inches balloons, I inflated them into clusters of 2 and clusters of 3. The clusters of 2s were really much more than the clusters of 3. The clusters of 3 were for finishing up, the end after I've put the clusters together. So also I had 8 11 inches in mocha brown. You'll be seeing how I would be using that at the end of the video. Guys, this balloon tree is I think it's quite straightforward, but if you have any questions at all, let me know in the comment section. So also, if you would like to make a special request of a design, let me know in the comment section. I will do as much as I can. Another thing, guys, when you inflate your balloons, you inflate them into random sizes, just as you would do an organic garland. So inflate, make sure one is bigger than the other. Do not let them be too big. I would give a rough idea of the sizing I used for this one. So what I did was I inflated some into like 8 inches and I inflated some into like 6 inches, and I inflated a few, very little, into maybe 9 inches roughly. But I didn't want a lot of it to be too big. So please take note of that. Do not let your balloons be make sure they are rounded. Inflate them like you're inflating for an organic garland. As always, if you have questions, just let me know in the comments section. So guys, it's time to put the balloons that we've inflated round the IKEA stand. So that's a knot lamp from IKEA. It is, I think it's like £7 or so. You would find it in any IKEA store, whatever country you're based, or it's just a normal uplighter, like a lamp stand. The frame, they are quite useful. So you need 260 Qs to tie your balloons together to put them around the frame. So at the moment I'm just doing a clusters of maybe 6 green balloons. This is kind of like my base where I would start off the trunk of the tree. Next, I grab my 350 Q. So you need 2 350 Qs at a time. So there is 250 Qs and there is 360 Qs. 350 Qs are by Qualitex. Sorry, 360 Qs, they're not actually 360 Qs. There's no Q behind it. Sorry. It's by Sempertex and the people that make Lincoln. Yeah, so yeah, they call them Bellatex. Yes. So you get your 360s from them. Qualitex is 350Q. And you could also use a mix of chocolate brown and mocha brown. I am using mocha brown in this design. So I start off with my 350s first, so to build the main body, and then I finish it off with the 260Q. So it's quite straightforward. All you just need to do is just be creative when you're swirling the Q balloons. So you can see I'm just tucking them into one another and then tying at the top. And another thing I did when I was inflating was the fact that I didn't inflate everything into the same size. So they were random sizes. It doesn't have to be of the same length. Just make sure you have space at the end of each balloon so that you can tie them off at the end. So you would see that I just keep tucking in the balloons into one another, you know, creating that kind of like snaky kind of look, just swirling it. You don't have to like curl your balloons before you do all of this. All you just need to do is just tuck it in, you know, move it around to create that bulky kind of base. So it's like you're weaving it. So you just keep weaving, letting it go into one another, bringing it out at the top. For this next one, you can see that I wrapped it around the base. That's just to create another kind of look. You don't have to do that. So guys, you know, you could actually create your tree trunk with just round balloons, but I definitely prefer this kind of style for trees. You know, if I had more 350Qs at home, I would have even used way more than I've used here. So 350 balloons or 360 balloons, they come in bags of, they come in like 50s in a bag, so you could use like 20 or 30. It depends on how big you want your tree to be anyway, so you could use way more than I've used. So don't base your the calculation of what you're going to use on what I used. After, you know, doing the 350Q, I started adding the 260Q, so to give it a kind of like dimension. So you would see that it has kind of that, you know, small big kind of look to it, and I think it helps to give it that really nice definition. So if you're wondering how I am, you know, I'm wrapping it around and I'm tying, all you just need to do is just tie it to the, you know, IKEA stand, because you're wrapping two at the same time. So you just make sure you tie the, you know, when you wrap it around, you meet at the top with the two, and then you tie it together. It's quite straightforward, that bit. So guys, here I am just wrapping the 11 inches mocha balloons that I mentioned earlier round the frame. So this is going to be my base for the tree part, for the top part. This would enable me to like have that bulky kind of look before I start adding the green balloons. So for my green balloons, what I have done is I wrap them into clusters of 4. Then I use 260Q to tie each cluster of 4 to the end of each 260Q of the 260Q. Then I wrap it around the brown part. Guys, can you see that the tree is coming all together? All you just need to do is just keep, putting the clusters and looking at what you're doing. Just keep shaping, and everything will come together. Things to note: make sure your balloons are of different sizes. Trees don't have like a perfect shape, honestly. There are different shapes of trees, so don't overthink it. You can do it. Just make sure your balloons are of different sizes, and you just keep wrapping the clusters round the base, and you could just use more variety of colors. At the end of this video, I tried to add a bit of red balloons to like create like an apple kind of effect. You would see that in my in the beginning. So yeah, just keep, you know, adding the clusters and shaping, and you know, everything will come round together. I've used pink for my tree before, so you could use pink. It doesn't even have to be green. You could use pink, you could use, you know, whatever. You could use a mix of pastel colors, whatever, you know. It depends on how your creativity juice is flowing at that moment. Just, you know, don't overthink it. Have a go at it. You can do it. You can do whatever you set your mind to do. Just have a go at it, and you'll come out happy and fulfilled. Anyway guys, thank you for joining me on this tutorial. I hope you've learned from this video. I hope this video would inspire you to create your own tree too. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you've not subscribed yet to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend about this channel. Share my video. Tell me what you think. I'm open to suggestions. Just drop a comment. You can email me and I'll respond to you. Thank you guys, and I'll see you same time next week. Bye.